Hi, everyone. I'm just gonna make sure we're all set up. Give a minute for people to get on. I'm just gonna grab a drink. And let's get started. Okay, so hello. My name is Ashley Burciaga, Mindset Queen. I am so happy you're here today for How to Change Your Life with a Morning Ritual. I'm just excited that because I'm not a morning person, and when I decided to make a morning ritual and to try to pretend to be a morning person, it really changed my life. And so I'm hoping that I can do the same thing for you today. So I'm going to go get started, share the slides with you again. And let's see. Share, turn this music off. Okay, so I think the number one aspect for me of overcoming my own anxiety and stress was a morning ritual. And so I really want to share with you how you can make a morning ritual for yourself, and just know that I have like a little planning sheet that I use, and I will let you have a copy of it so that you can use it in your morning ritual. And I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. So let's get started. I do want to say that anxiety disorders are the most common mental illness in the United States. It affects 40 million adults. And anxiety disorders are highly treatable. There's therapy, CBT, mindfulness, meditation, but only 36% or 36.9% of those suffering receive any treatment, right? So that's really concerning. I do want to say that if you have anxiety, you probably know that it's really tough to get the day started right. So we're going to explore a variety of morning routines that could provide you some relief to your day. But as a little side note to that, I am a woman. Most of the people in my target audience are women, but so I want to say that a lot of us feel, at least for me, feel anxious and stressed for a number of reasons, right? So we have so much on our plates, and we're all like always being pulled in different directions: family, friends, our jobs, you're trying to be a perfect mom, spouse, whatever it is, right? And what happens is that it's just we care so much, and so we put on a lot of emotional labor. And I don't think there's anything wrong with putting on the emotional labor, like coordinating birthday parties, making dinner reservations, doing your Easter egg hunt in the morning for your kids, like all these little things, or making Christmas perfect if you have kids, like all these little things that we're constantly doing. For me, like I enjoy doing those things. I really like it, but you can really get caught up in the stress of making it perfect, right? There's a huge thing about perfectionism causing a lot of anxiety. And so I've really changed my mindset about really finding the joy in the chaos instead of stressing over the little things. And I hope as we go through that, you see how that can be possible for you too. A little about me is that that's me and then my family. So my name is Ashley Burciaga. I live in San Francisco with my partner and our 3-year-old, very sassy little lady. And I feel like I'm so many things. I'm like the ADHD of titles. I'm an educational psychologist for the past 10, 11 or so years. I've worked with kids from preschool to age 22. Who are mostly in special education, also providing counseling services for students. I am also a lecturer at a local university who teaches graduate students counseling skills and behavior skills who are going to become school psychologists, right? I'm also an online coach for women who just need a little help finding joy in the chaos in life, who want to up-level their life, who know they have the potential but just need extra support. Basically, I took all the techniques I've learned in my own life, my education. I have a bachelor's and master's in psychology and a doctorate in human rights education. And I kind of just took everything that I know and love in my experience and my education and just my professional life and created an online course that I'm known for called Calm the Chaos. And so yeah, I will go ahead. This is just a little insight about who I am and what I hopefully can bring to the table for you. So the next 60 minutes or so, I'm trying to be mindful of time. Sometimes I talk fast, but also I can ramble. So I'm trying to stay on point today. Um, you'll really enjoy the next 60 minutes or so if you are in need of some self-care, self-love in your life. If you feel out of balance during the day and anxious thoughts easily creep in for you, if you get distracted and have a hard time concentrating, or if you get stuck in your negative thoughts, right? Maybe you want to feel calm, confident, and worry less. Your strive for confidence, personal growth, having the strategies and the mindset to get you there. It's for busy women who are stressed out and overwhelmed, looking for strategies to feel aligned, calm, happy, confident, relaxed, whatever it is that you want to feel. That's what's important, right? So, like I said before, I have a little bonus for you for coming live today, and I'm going to give you an awesome daily ritual sheet that I use every day. This sheet will show you how to set up your morning with success and set up your mindset to stay positive for the day. So if you want a copy, do stick around until the very end, and I'll tell you how to get it. Okay, so who wants a piece of this? Let me go find it for you actually really quick. I'm going to stop share, and I'm going to share screen for where it's at. Oh, here it is. Okay. This is one of the sheets. So this is a sheet that I use every day, my daily ritual, and is really important for your putting affirmations, nourishing thoughts, how I want to feel today, what I'm grateful for, why you're grateful is really important, not just what. Intention setting, and then I have these like planner sheets. So if you stay to the end, I will make sure that you get a copy of this so that you can use it for your mornings. And I only do that one sheeter every morning. The other ones is just so I can plan ahead of what my morning is going to look like and why. So I'm going to go back to my slides. All right, we are all set. Okay, so I wanted to share with you. I went over this. So, right, it's for the busy women who are stressed out, overwhelmed, looking for strategies to stay aligned. You want to feel calm, confident, less worry in your life. And this is a testimonial of one of my clients. So I wake up almost every morning excited to start my day. I don't think I've ever felt this way, not even as a kid, unless maybe if we were going to Disneyland. So that like really made me feel happy for Jasmine and that these strategies really work for her. So the point of this webinar is to teach you how to create your morning ritual so it makes a positive change in your life. So I want to talk about having your morning ritual be with intention, okay? So for me, every morning isn't a perfect ritual. You're not supposed to have perfection, right? How we talked about perfection is not something that we should stress over. My morning ritual is not always in order. I don't always get to do everything I intended to do, but my intention in the perfect world is what it would look like is what I write down. And in reality, it's usually a mix. Some days it's everything, some days it's some of the things. And I think the biggest thing is just not being all or nothing. Like if you can't do it, the whole thing, being like, well, you might as well not do it at all, right? That's not a mindset you should have. So be okay that you can get all the things done. I didn't realize this music was still going on. Be okay that you can't always get everything done on some mornings. Like I have a toddler, my mornings are insane. So we just can't be so rigid that if we don't get our ritual done, we won't have a good day. That is not how your day should be set up, right? So it's what did I do this morning to set up myself for success? And that's it. If you didn't do everything, fine, but what did you do to set yourself up for success, okay? Oh, hello. You want to come say hi? No? So in this slide, I'm going to take it back to 2014. Okay, so taking it back to 2014. I want to do this for a few reasons. So I'm going to fix my camera. There we go. I want to do this for a few reasons. So taking it back to 2014, I was living my life, right? Super happy. My career was in full throttle. I was in a doctorate program that I loved. I had an awesome social network of friends who are still in my life. I was having a lot of fun. However, I was spending many hours of my day driving on a commute. I went to the gym every day, but I was waiting in lines for certain equipment after work. I was going after work, and then after the gym, I would like go to happy hour with my friends. Just living that young professional life, right? No complaints. But don't get me wrong, I loved everything except that awful commute. It was so terrible. I've realized I had more to my life than looking forward to the next traveling adventure. I often booked a lot of travel, either for the weekends or for a week here and there at a time. And that was all I was living for. Like every day I'd be like, oh, it's like 3 more weeks so I get to go on this vacation, right? That's all I was like, that was all where my head was, right? So I decided to take some major changes at this time when I realized like I wasn't living for the day to day, I was living for vacations. I decided that, yeah, my health and fitness is very important, but going to the gym every day was not sustainable for me. So I actually started doing health and fitness coaching through an MLM called Beachbody, and that extra time I was saving by just working out at home gave me a lot of extra time for different priorities. Um, but so the different priorities I had kind of like were just like extra time with my family, and I was doing some personal development, like listening to more podcasts, reading more books, being able to focus more on my doctorate program, and then this is kind of steering away from a morning ritual. I understand that, but because at this time of my life, I did not have a morning ritual, right? So I was still living this like very fun life, but I was still so anxious every morning running out the door and all day. I was not taking care of myself beyond working out and eating healthy. I wasn't really doing anything else for myself. And so although I had this like on the outside looks like an amazing life, and yeah, I was happy, I was still really anxious. And so I wanted to share that with you to understand the difference, right? So that I'm going to take you to 2017. That's my daughter. She was born in 2017. And I'm going to backtrack a little again, but also fast forward from 2014 to my life before having a morning ritual. So if I think back to December 2017, from December 2017 and any time before that day, or before that time actually, I was the worst morning person, right? I am a total snoozer. Like I will have alarms everywhere and I would just go around snoozing them and go back to sleep. And in my head, I would be like, if I can do my makeup and get ready in 5 minutes, that's not a problem, blah, blah, blah. Like I was like coming up with things in my head as I was like asleep of how, so I could sleep longer. All I want to do is sleep, 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 sleep. I was running late anyway, running around like a crazy person in the morning, barely making it out the door. Type yes in the comments if you are the same way. So, and I've always had an evening routine, but my evening routine was always so that I had more time in the morning to sleep. Does that make sense? Like I would shower at night, get my clothes ready at night, do all these things at night so that in the morning I didn't have to do it and then I could sleep a little longer. So which was like, I guess, okay, but still not very healthy. Anyway, no matter how much I slept, it was never enough. So I was never going to be someone that was a morning person. That was like in my head. So now at this time, December 2017, I was still a health and fitness coach, and I was doing their at-home workouts for about a year before having my daughter. And then, well, no, it was since I guess 2014 or 2015. And I love these home programs so much, right? I had results with the first one because I'm a very skeptical person. I had the results for the first one. So every time a new program came out, I was like, oh, I'm going to try this one. I'm going to try that one. And there's all different kinds, right? And so January 2018, a new workout program was coming out. It was only 20 minutes a day. And this is like, I was doing workouts that were 30 to 60 minutes. I think I was doing one that was 60 minutes a day with a baby. Was insane. And working out after work is a logistical nightmare. Trying to keep my daughter entertained, trying to have like the headspace and motivation to get a workout in. It was just like, it was crazy. Like I had to get my partner to take our daughter on an adventure so I could get my workout in. Otherwise I'd had like little stations set up that could like occupy her during different times, pressing pause a lot, all these different things, right? So it was just a lot of work just to get a workout in. But getting a workout in is really, really a huge priority in my life. So I was making it happen. And then I gave this 20-minute workout program is coming in January. So I gave myself a little pep talk. I was like, okay, this workout's only 20 minutes. If I can get up 30 minutes earlier, I can get my workout in, rinse off, and be ready. And I don't have to get my workout in after work.
Mommy, watch my show.
Okay, sorry, my daughter keeps coming in here. So anyway, okay, so I was like, I can get up 30 minutes earlier. I can get my workout in, shower, and get ready. And I don't have to work out after work. So I could just spend time with my daughter. I don't have to coordinate, figure out how I'm going to get my workout in. I can just come home, relax. So I convinced myself. I said, I can do this. I can do this. This is one of my just affirmations for anything. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And what I learned was, oh my God, waking up early changed my life so significantly. Like having a morning workout was done, ready to go before my daughter even woke up. It just changed everything. My mood was different. My energy was different. I just I felt like a new person. So I decided that after that, I did it consistently, or at least consistently enough. I was like, okay, now I'm going to wake up an hour earlier. I could do this. If I could do a half an hour, I could do an hour earlier. And that time in the morning was so glorious. Like, oh my God. I mean, some days my daughter does wake up. She might join me. I might get interrupted. It's not always perfect, and that's okay. But for the most part, it's just peace and calm in the morning that I have to myself. It's the only time of the day that I have 100% to myself, no disruptions. And, you know, I've heard other people of having like this morning routine, or they wake up really early to get things done. And I was like, those people are crazy. And now I'm that crazy person telling you that it's amazing and you need to do it. So once I experienced it though, you have to make it a habit, right? You got to just keep at it. So now I wake up an hour early. And if I do an hour and a half, even better. If for some reason I wake up before my alarm, I try to just get up. The hardest thing, right, is to put your feet on the ground. So I try to just get up, because I know if I try to fall back asleep, then I'm going to be more tired, and it's just going to be like this vicious cycle. So how I spend my mornings. So like I said, the hardest part is putting your feet on the ground, right? So what I do is I count to 5 and my feet are on the ground before I hit 5. Like that's a really good technique if you want to try it. I was hesitant at first to share my ritual, only because I think that making a ritual that makes sense for your life is most important. But I'm going to tell you what my ritual would be on a perfect day. And like I said before, not every day is perfect or possible to completely get done, but that's okay. And yeah, so this is how it goes. It's kind of long, so just bear with me, right? So I wake up an hour earlier than I need to. And this is really hard, like hard AF for me. I am a snoozer, right? Like I said, but if you are like me, you can do this, and I promise it'll be worth it. So when I wake up, I have a glass of water. So you see water here. Some people have warm water with lemon, with Himalayan salt, right? That is actually really good for you. I mean, I would like to do that, but I just not at the level of waiting for water to heat up and do all those things, maybe after the toddler years are over. But for me, the most important thing is that you take what I do and you adapt it to the way that makes sense for your life. So the reason why I wake up and drink a glass of water is that we have gone like 6 to 8 hours or however long we slept without any water. So we wake up dehydrated. And so many people just chug coffee first thing in the morning. Nothing wrong with coffee in the morning, but definitely chug a bunch of water before your coffee to just lubricate your body, your cells, get things moving, right? So let's see. Then after that, I have CBD. CBD is here. CBD, if you don't know, it's a strain of weed, but it does not get you high. There's many strains of weed. THC is what gets you high. CBD is actually very, very, very amazing ingredient. So it decreases anxiety, decreases inflammation, it decreases seizures too. You can, that's if you ingest it topically, it can relieve pain, just so many benefits. Anyways, I personally take CBD. For me, it decreases my anxiety. I have some here. Yeah. You can get them in any size. And then I just take if I can open it, a little thing, put it under my tongue. And it took me about like a week or two maybe to have it for me to like really feel the effects. It doesn't make you feel like high or change the way you feel. It just really made me feel grounded and calm, if that makes sense. It doesn't make me feel sleepy, but you can take it at night to help you sleep just because it helps you calm down or relax. And then I turn on lights. Some people go outside. I just happen to turn the lights on. When I had a dog, I would take him outside to go to the bathroom. So that really helps. So just like turning on your brain sensors, right? That it's daytime. It's also just too cold for me to go outside. Then I call it a hustle juice. It's basically a pre-workout drink. I drink it whether or not I am going to work out. It has caffeine from green tea in it, and it's just really healthy. It has quercetin in it. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's also an anti-inflammatory, and I basically don't survive without it. I used to call it my mama crack, but then I realized it's kind of inappropriate and I didn't want my daughter repeating it. So now I call it hustle juice. Um, and so I drink that while I do the main part of my morning ritual, which is some gratitude and intention setting. So next I will go to gratitude and intention setting. And so that sheet I showed you I put on here that if you stay to the end, I will have it sent to you. That is what I do every morning, or at least try to do. So while I'm drinking my hustle juice, I write my intentions for the day, right? What are my intentions? It could be anything about anything, right? It's whatever works for you. The feelings I want to feel that day. In the beginning of the year, I come up with feelings I want to feel for the most part every day. So sometimes the feelings I want to feel that day is all of those I came up with, one or two of them, or maybe it's just something new that I'm just feeling that way, right? You got to kind of ebb and flow with what works for you. I write down what I'm going to prioritize for the day, and I write what I'm grateful for and why. A lot of people do gratitude work. They write a bunch of things they're grateful for, but for me, I like to make sure we take it a step further. Why am I grateful for this, right? Why am I grateful for a hot shower? Or why am I grateful that I have a coffee maker? Or why am I grateful for my husband or my daughter? What is happening in your life at that moment that's making you grateful for these things? Because obviously we are grateful that we have these things, but writing why on the day that it's meaningful for you really makes a difference. You can't be grateful for something and have a negative mindset at the same time. So when you're doing gratitude work, you're really thinking positively. You can't think positively and negatively at exactly the same time. So it's really important to do gratitude work to really start your day. Let's see. And then, so by the time I'm done doing that, it literally takes 5 minutes. It doesn't take that much time. I also do journaling. I don't really emphasize it a lot in here, but I don't always get to do it every day, but I try to do it a few times a week. I go through prompts. For me, that's easier to just answer a prompt, and I just kind of free write as much as I can. That's important. It gives me so much clarity about things that I didn't even realize I wanted in my life, what I want my life to look like, the way I want to feel, how I want to serve my clients and my community. It just like brings up things I didn't even know existed and really solidifies things and helps manifest and take intentional action towards those things. And that really builds momentum for my day, right? Because I'm just thinking of these things that I want in my life. So my hustle, so I don't wake up excited to work out, right? I have my hustle juice. By the time I do my gratitude and intention setting and journaling, I'm like, I gotta work out to get this energy out, right? So my hustle juice is in full force and I'm motivated to work out. I do like a 20 to 30-minute workout from Beachbody. I still do their home workout programs. And I do this all while everyone's still sleeping. So it's really hard, right, to work out in the afternoon and evenings when you have a family. So my workout program is an app. It's on an app on my phone or iPad. It's also like a website online. I can work out from anywhere. It just changed my body so much that I just keep doing it every day. Very motivating. Then I just shower, I just rinse off, right? And at the end of my shower, this like blows people's mind, is that some people only have cold showers, right? But I do I try to do 10 seconds of cold water at the end. And so there are many benefits to cold showers that you can look up. But for me, we live our life trying to be as comfortable as we can. At least I live my life trying to be as comfortable as I can. And if you really want to see real growth, transformation, and change in your life, you have to find comfort in being uncomfortable. Okay, so find comfort in being uncomfortable. So that 10 seconds of a cold shower is a reminder for me that I can continue to grow. I can do hard things. I can withstand being comfortable in the discomfort, right? So it also, like, the benefits of it, it also increases your circulation, it increases your mood, it boosts your immunity, it cleanses your lymphatic system, basically cleanses your insides and decreases depression. If you're in Calm the Chaos, then there's a whole section on the importance of cold showers. But anyway, so I get ready. I try to get ready and everything before my daughter wakes up. And then I'm just so calm and less stressed. I mean, there's days that are very chaotic, but by the time I've hit this part in my morning, I'm so aligned that nothing can stress me out. Like, I just feel so centered. And I mean, my daughter is not a morning person. She likes being at home. She likes playing. She likes sleeping in. Some days we'll be walking out the door like super on time, awesome morning. The just routine was amazing for her. And then we get to the front door and she'll just take off all her clothes and run to the bed and say she wants to go back to bed. I'm like, no, it's crazy. But because my morning was so like in alignment for me that I'm just like, okay. And I don't get frazzled as much. I go to work happier. I have more energy. I'm more productive. I'm just in a better mood, friendlier. I feel lighter and happier. I feel more confident. And I just feel like the more people realize how important a morning ritual is, and that, and when they start to do it and then we start to make a habit, it's going to just make the chaos in life much more manageable, less anxiety provoking. I get overwhelmed and stressed out and anxious very easily. And this has just made it so if something does throw a curveball in my day, I am like, I can deal with this. And where before I'd be like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to avoid it. I'm going to do whatever. Right. So I used to be like stressed out about being late to work. And now if I'm late, I'm like, I have a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old. She doesn't like wearing clothes. She doesn't like going in the car. She doesn't like leaving the house. And I just laugh it off. Like, if you come in stressed, worried, apologetic, I mean, you can say like, oh, thank you for waiting for me, right? But if you come in with that like stressed out, anxious vibe, people vibe off that. So then they get irritable and they don't even realize why they're irritable. It's because you have this like nervous energy. But if you just come in laughing it off, telling a funny story that your daughter did that made you late that morning, people just laugh it off. It becomes a ripple effect and of like happiness, like of something funny, and then they just move on with their life, right? So I do want to say the morning is a struggle at first to wake up earlier, but it has saved my sanity. The time while getting gratitude and movement into my day before anyone else is awake sets the tone for the rest of my day to be at peace, relaxing, for me to go like lots of flow in and out, right? It's also the only time I have to myself. So I treat it like my self-care. I'm nourishing myself. I'm moving my body. I'm practicing gratitude. And this is all before anyone wakes up, right? So really important. That's a long slide. I apologize. But what would having a morning ritual do for you? And why do you want to do this? So put it in the comments below. I'd really love to hear how it would change your life. Everyone's life is a little different. So how would it make life better for you? So this one is how this has impacted my life. So most importantly, I kind of went through this already, but most importantly, I'm no longer overworked, tired, stressed during the day. I leave for work without already starting the day anxious or feeling overwhelmed, right? I constantly think back to my daily gratitude or affirmations when the day gets tough. One affirmation I said earlier was like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, right? So coming up with affirmations is really important. I just feel so aligned, so confident. I tend to go with the flow more. I can manage my toddler tantrums much better. I understand that I can control my emotions, right? So that is how it has helped me. So if you only have time for one thing, I think that you should do the gratitude work. Gratitude is everything. So I don't always work out every day, but a morning with gratitude totally shifts the rest of my day into something positive. Okay. So a little homework for you is I want you to write down what you think your ideal morning would look like from start to you walking out the door or whatever it is you do. And then why you want to include this in your morning, right? You have to have an intention. Why? That will make it so that you want to do it every day. So, so does that mean you set your alarm earlier? Maybe, probably so, right? Do so and just get up. Don't think about it. Try it for a week. Let me know, please, how it goes for you. Then try it for 2 weeks, then a month, and then it will show you if you do something for 40 days, it will become ingrained in you. Now it's for me, I don't even think about it. I just like get up, like kind of like a robot in my life. Autopilot, I like to say, I guess, instead of robot, is I just do it because it's a habit now. So yeah, I'm gonna say that. Okay, so next slide. So this morning ritual is just one out of over 30 lessons you'll find in my online program called Calm the Chaos. And this is just like a little abbreviated version. It's just one of over 30. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to spend the next 20 or so minutes sharing what I think the 4 pillars are so that you can stay calm, happy, less worried, and confident in your life. Okay. So you cannot create a transformation without a proven system centered on your results, right? So these are my 4 pillar framework in Calm the Chaos to transform you from feeling anxious, stressed, overwhelmed to feeling calm, aligned, confident, relaxed. I really actually focus on feeling the way you want to feel is the main goal of the program. So the first one is foundation, then preventative, reactive, and restorative. So I'm going to go through those really quick about what each of those mean. So foundation. We often learn the best about ourselves when we're educated with better understanding of our mindset, our core values, our fears, and our symptoms, right? It's called psychoeducation. It's just really understanding what's happening with us. So foundation work sets you up with learning about mindset, self-care, understanding your why, and manifesting. These take like you to a level where it might feel juvenile or mundane to go through these things, but you must build that foundation in order to see long-term transformation. A lot of people like to jump ahead, speed things up, but if you don't do the foundation work, you're not going to go anywhere. And if you do, it's not going to be very fast. Okay. So I use the term fear with anxiety, overwhelm, stress, etc., because it really does stem from fear. It simplifies the text and really just shines a light on the feelings of fear as what it is that we need to work through. And that's what foundation does for us. And then preventative. So preventative is strategies. So the number one mistake I see women do is by using preventative strategies when they're already feeling stressed or anxious, right? So instead, we should be using preventative strategies all the time. Time management, stress management, a morning ritual, journaling, gratitude work, wellness, mindset. These are all things that we should be doing all the time. Not everything all the time. I understand that's overwhelming, but these are things that we should be doing all the time. Instead, people do them when they're anxious. And then like it works short term because it is a calming effect, but you get back to the anxious state too often because you're using it as a reactive strategy instead of a preventative strategy, right? So like I said, morning ritual is one of the lessons in the preventative module of Calm the Chaos. Not everyone can do all of these strategies all the time, but everything is there for you so that you can learn and take the lessons and the strategies that work best for you and implement it into your own life, okay? And then we have reactive. So reactive is like therapeutic skills, maybe things you would learn in therapy. This is not a replacement for therapy, but it is skills you would learn in therapy, such as CBT, which is cognitive behavioral training. You learn breath work, grounding, ways to cope, so coping strategies, And it just gives you these in the moment tools, right? That you can feel and control and let go of your feelings of overwhelm instead of resorting to the preventative strategies, right? So the preventative ones, I said, they give you a piece of calm temporarily, but when anxiety, stress, and fear come up, you really need to have um, reactive strategies, okay, so that you can manage it much better. You also, I also teach you a strategy that the Navy SEALs use when there's a panic attack. When they're having a panic attack or when they're in a really, really stressful situation. I can only imagine what kind of stressful situations they would ever be in. I would never want to, but it's the same thing that they use that we teach and with our counseling clients, and it's really beneficial. That is also in that module. And then restorative. So restorative, I would say, is more of like a woo-woo to some people strategies. I call it advanced restorative and healing. So these are things that people that you either never heard of, maybe you have and you thought that's strange, or maybe you've heard of it and you've wanted to learn more, but you really don't know where to start. So this is in there. I tell people to have an open mind when they do it. There's tools and tips in there, like such as tapping. Tapping is called emotional freedom technique. It's really great if you're anxious, stressed, if you have trauma in your life. It's called tapping. So there's a whole lesson and video demonstration on there. Yoga nidra is a yoga that you basically are lying down the whole time, but there's someone talking to you and telling you what to do and think, I guess, with your body or what to be mindful of. Smudging is on there. If you don't know what smudging is, so like you can smudge white sage, which is actually endangered. So unless you know a grower or grow it yourself, you shouldn't buy it. Palo Santo, smudging. So there's a whole lesson in there on smudging, learning about your chakras. All these things are mostly taught by guest speakers. I have guest speakers come on Calm the Chaos to teach you these things because they are things that I do and believe in, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert in. So I have these guest experts come in, these amazing women, to share with you their knowledge and their experiences to help people in Calm the Chaos go, just feel at ease. And then there's information so you can contact them if you want to work with them further or follow them on Instagram or whatever it is, and so forth. So that's restorative. So let's see. I wanted to read you a testimonial from Jen. Sorry, this one's a little long, but I saw others outside my circle of friends living a life with more ease. Sure, they still had stress and busy lives, but they were managing it so much better. How? I was sick of using the poor me reasons as excuses to why I couldn't manage my feelings better. I wanted to learn how to balance life, manage stress, and tackle feelings of overwhelm. I went all in for Calm the Chaos. Now I feel more relaxed throughout the day when stress gets high. I manage my feelings so they don't take over my day or week. I don't let people or situations get the best of me anymore. I'm sorry, my screen's kind of covered. Basically, nothing can mess with my emotional alignment anymore. Nothing. That's Jen. So that, oh my God, when I read that from her, I just felt so happy for Jen, and that knowing that this confirmation that Calm the Chaos is actually working for people. So I want you to take a moment to think about this. What would it feel like if you were able to feel calm and at ease even when life was chaotic, even if life was chaotic all the time? Think how it would feel to be so aligned that nothing could ruin your feelings of Zen. Nothing, okay? Just imagine, visualize what that is for you. And so I know that you're in your head like, yeah, but I don't have time to complete a course, right? No time. So just so you know, you do get lifetime access, and access to the course can be from your phone or your computer, anywhere that has Wi-Fi essentially. All the lessons are easily implementable, so you can start making small changes every day. Okay, so maybe I don't have time to complete a course, right? So you get lifetime access, and you can access the course from anywhere you have Wi-Fi, your phone, computer, iPad, whatever. And all the lessons are easily implementable to start making small changes right away. Some of them are video lessons, some of them are text lessons, some of them are a little bit of both. And so you can just start with 15 minutes a day, or it's lifetime access. You can work with it whenever it works for you. Here is a testimonial from Liz. At first, I felt that Calm the Chaos, was one more thing to add to my already very full plate. I decided I had to make it work. I listened in the car, while at work, in the wee hours of the night when I suffered from momsomnia. I listened to the strategies with an open mind. I practiced them. And over time, I had all the tools I needed to feel more sane, to appreciate the quality time with my kids, to live, to breathe. So that is Liz. And another one is, I'm not sure if a course is right for me. And this is totally understandable. So most information you can get from searching online, right? Searching through Instagram, hashtags, Google, whatever. But basically I've taken all of these resources, my experiences, what 100% I know works for me and for the clients that I work with, and I put it all together in a straightforward format so that you have the evidence-based practices to learn right away without a million Google searches, saved posts on Instagram and Facebook that you'll sift through randomly, right? And this is a testimony from Tiffany. So I bought Calm the Chaos. It's super motivating. I'm soaking up as much information as I can right now. Thank you for being an inspiration. So that is from Tiffany. And then just a quick recap. Foundation. This module covers the work you should do before diving into the course. You learn about mindset, self-care, establishing your why, and manifesting. These tasks may seem juvenile at first, but you will build a foundation to see long-term transformation. I use the fear synonymously, I can't say that, with fear. I use it with anxiety, overwhelm, stress, etc. It simplifies the text as well as it shines a light on those feelings of fear that we need to work through. Preventative. Preventative is mindset, gratitude, CBD, time management, all these strategies that you could consider implementing into your life every day to help you keep feelings of stress, anxiety far, far away. Okay, so most people start implementing them right when they're stressed and overwhelmed. That's too late, right? So integrate the preventative strategies in Calm the Chaos with into your daily life, what works best for you, and then try new things too and see how it feels. One second, my dog is trying to get out of the office. Okay, sorry. So yeah, so try new things and see how it feels. Reactive. So reactive is the breath work, breathing techniques, challenging negative self-talk. Imagery. You learn all these things in the reactive. So they give you the in-the-moment tools to manage panic and overwhelm. I suggest practicing them with an open mind while you're relaxed. If there's a time that you're relaxed, you know, sometimes you just have to make the time. And it just really helps when you're in a heightened state of stress, overwhelm, or having feelings of anxiety. And then restorative is grounding, chakra, smudging, yoga nidra. There's just so many tools in there. Restorative and healing strategies that help reset yourself and remove any emotional blocks. This one is amazing. I go back to all the restorative strategies regularly. And then, of course, there's a lot more to feeling at ease than one webinar, one masterclass, whatever you want to call this, right? So we just got through my four pillars to lessen stress and anxiety and increase positive emotions and mindset and increase your confidence. And there's a lot more in-depth content I would love to walk you through, but I did leave you with the steps so that you can get started now, which is setting up your morning routine, making it a habit. You also know the fastest way to dial it in, so structure rather than trying and failing over and over again is really important. Right? If you don't get it right the first time, you just wake up the next morning and you try again. It's no big deal. I created a program that covers the implementation of my system, right? So I'm going to take a few moments to share what it is and what it teaches you and what it might help you with. And at the end of this, if you choose me to help you implement everything that we go over, I just really would be truly honored. So I would like to, if you're ready to feel like your best self, lessen stress, anxiety, and be more confident, I'd like to invite you to join me inside Calm the Chaos, okay? Enrollment is now open. So And it's an online program for the overwhelmed woman. It integrates therapeutic modalities, practical strategies, and natural practices so you can feel like your best self, improve your level of happiness, manage your stress, and just be more present with your family and friends. Just be so aligned that literally nothing can throw you out of alignment. Nothing can take you from your relaxed state of mind, okay? And not only that, but I really have it so that you can learn to overcome limiting beliefs that you might have, figuring out what the limiting beliefs are and then being able to recognize them and challenge them. Learn to release anxious thoughts and fears, wake up excited for your day. Just learn to calm your stress response is really, really important. So Calm the Chaos was made for women whose levels of stress, fear, and anxiety are impacting their life, their health, and their well-being. It's made for you if you seek to feel calm, confident, happy, and content. And unlike all other courses and random Google searches you might do, Calm the Chaos will help you feel the best in the most streamlined way. I actually don't know any other courses that are like Calm the Chaos. I haven't come across them yet when I was trying to research, so it may be one of a kind. And I just wanted to give you another testimonial. I think this is the last one. I just wanted to say thank you so much. I really needed this today. I love Calm the Chaos. I go back to it all the time. I just wanted to say thank you. Sometimes I wonder like what I'm doing, if I should continue doing what I do. And then I get these messages randomly. It's like the universe telling me like to keep at it. It's making a difference in people's lives. And that just is everything for me. So this is the main part of Calm the Chaos. Okay, you learn how your core values, your mindset, your fears are blocking you from feeling the way you want to feel. You learn preventative tools that fit your lifestyle and keep stress and anxiety far, far away. You develop a daily routine that includes meditation, journaling, gratitude, and movement for even the busiest people. Like I told you, like I work full time. I have a daughter. I have an online business. I'm a lecturer, and I was doing my doctorate program, and I still found time for this. You can do it too, okay? Practice evidence-based strategies that even the Navy SEALs use to manage panic attacks in stressful situations. Overcome any obstacles. Sorry, my mom's dog is like, Kiwi. Overcome obstacles that have been keeping you from feeling calm and happy. Practice ancient skills. These are in the restorative healing module that you may have never heard of before, but it will help you truly transform and heal. So this is also going to be included in Calm the Chaos if you purchase. So it's coming soon. It's not quite ready, but it will be. It won't be an extra fee when it is ready. You will get a podcast of all the video lessons. So every lesson, workshop, masterclass, Q&A session, bonus videos that are on Calm the Chaos, you'll have an audio form. It will easily go into your podcast app that you already use on your phone, and you can listen to things as whatever you do when you're driving, or what you're doing, whatever you do when you're listening to a podcast. So it's driving, if you're at work, if you're doing the dishes, you'll be able to just listen, because sometimes sitting and watching a video is not possible, right? So that is coming by the end of 2020. I'm working on it, and any feed updates will automatically happen for you when there's new content, which I'm really excited about. The workbook. I love the workbook. I use a workbook myself. I created this basically for me, I think, and then wanted to share it with anyone who could benefit from it. This is a workbook. You get access to the workbook that takes you through the modules step by step. There's 30 days of journaling prompts. There's a gratitude list, affirmations, a daily ritual worksheet. It's compatible with Notability. If you have an iPad, you can put it on Notability, and then I personally use my Apple Pen and I write on it. I also converted it, which was a lot more work than I realized. I converted it so it could be a type-in PDF, so you can just leave it on your computer and type in your answers, or you can print it, right? So you also get that, and then this is basically the value. So Calm the Chaos, it's priced at $999. The workbook is $44. The podcast is valued at $444. That puts this entire system valued at about $1,400. But I'm not going to charge you $1,400. For me, people who are stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, they don't have $1,400. That's going to just give you more stress. And I'm a public educator. I work at a public university. I work at a public school district. Like, I want to make things accessible and affordable for people. But I do want you to think, of feel like the person you've always wanted to be and feel, hold on, my dog. Hold on, Kiki. But what if all this program did was make you feel like the person you always wanted to be and feel the way you've always wanted to feel in less than 30 days? Like, how much is that worth for you, right? Just think about that. So the Calm the Chaos price is valued at $1,487, but today's price is $111, okay? But it gets better. I could easily sell it without bonuses at that price, but I want you to succeed and I want this to be an epic deal for you. I want you to be like, this is a no-brainer offer, okay? Let me get my dog. Kiwi, you gotta go in or out, buddy, okay? Okay, so this is bonus number 1, a week-long meditation series. That means there's, I think, 6 or 7 meditations on that you'll get as a bonus. So it's audio access. There, you'll be able to do a new meditation every day. There's a meditation for when you're freaking out or having a panic attack. I named it, what did I name it? The Don't Freak Out meditation. There's one for removing irrationality, a light bath for when you need energy, a chakra healing meditation, yoga nidra, and honoring your fear. Those are valued at $99. That is a bonus if you purchase today or by the time the timer goes out. Bonus number 2 is Gratitude for Children. That's valued at $44. It gives you some skills and resources to teach your children some of the strategies that you're learning in the program. Anything that's in the program, you can teach your child, but it gives you some extra things that are specific to children in terms of mindfulness and anxiety reduction. Bonus number 3 is making meal plans, right? So let's like make dinner and breakfast and lunch not a stressful time. A lot of us like, well, what do I eat? What should I cook? What groceries do I need? It's just like added stress and time sucker that we just don't need. So you can save time and sanity with healthy meal plans everyone in your family will like. There's 6 weeks of meal plans. You literally will not ever have to wonder what to make for dinner ever again. There's grocery lists that are included with it. It's amazing. It's 6 weeks worth, okay? That is on there because I think that there's so much stress in making meals and figuring out what to eat that I wanted to, although it's like not like a nutrition type of program, I think it really decreases people's anxiety. Bonus number 4 is Anti-Anxiety Masterclass that I have titled Anxious to Aligned. These are just some of the benefits that included in Anxious to Aligned. It's proven clinical therapy techniques to address specific anxiety triggers, 5 simple and easy steps to break through your obstacles in life, a simple and effective journaling technique to overcome anxiety, how to get rid of your biggest fears, how to become unstoppable, how to get rid of your, how to rewrite your life script and turn it into reality. We talk a lot about that in journaling and manifesting, how to identify your belief systems that stop you from taking action, the common bodily symptoms and signs of your anxiety so that you can really understand your distorted thoughts that kind of paralyze you in your anxiety. All the benefits of the Anxious to Aligned Masterclass is couldn't fit on a slide, but basically you will get access to this whole masterclass. It's valued at $333. And then the anti-anxiety ebook. So the Anxious to Aligned Masterclass is also in an ebook format. So you will get access to the ebook so that you can just read it anytime you want to. Bonus number 6 is the Anxiety Mind Map and Checklist. This just really gives you a visual. If you're a visual person, I personally love visuals. It really helps you look at all the aspects of a mind map and being anti-anxious. That's really helpful. You will also get that as a bonus. So this is just like, it's a funny screenshot of me, but just inside the very first welcome module of Calm the Chaos is that screenshot of me. You can't always get the best screenshot, right? So this is everything you would get, including the typical core of Calm the Chaos, and then all of the bonuses. It's valued at $2,100, but today it's only $111, okay? So you get access immediately for only $111. It's worth over $2,100, okay? but I'm going to show you something really quick. If you join before the timer is out, you can use a code deep breath, right? So right now it's valued at $999. If you use the code deep breath, which I think it's on the next slide, yes, you get $888 off, making it $111. Plus, 25% of your sales are going to go to a nonprofit supporting the well-being of Black girls. There's a major movement right now. I'm 100% behind it. And I really want to make sure that I, as a business owner, are giving back to our most vulnerable youth. I work with mostly youth, so I wanted to really focus on changing up my sales platform to make sure that I am donating to youth of color. So right now, I'm doing 25% of all sales go to a nonprofit working with Black girls. There's a few of them I really like, Black Girls Code, Radical Monarchs. There's a few, and so I'm going to just kind of like divvy it up between the three. So 25% of sales do go to that, which I'm really excited for. There is a 30-day money back guarantee. Okay, so I'm totally confident. I've never had anyone want their money back, but I'm totally confident that if you do the work and you implement it, you will get results. So if you demonstrate that you've implemented the program, you've done the worksheets, and you wholeheartedly are not satisfied, you can request you can request a refund by emailing me at hi@ashleyburciaga.com within 30 days of your purchase. The program is only for those who are committed to giving it their best shot though, right? Your success matters to me, so please enroll mindfully. And yeah, so this is how you sign up, right? So you'll have the link below. It says $999. You're going to put in your email address, accept the terms and conditions, and then you're going to click right here. It says I have a coupon, and you're going to put in deep breath. Okay, and it makes it 111 bucks. Amazing, right? And you put in your payment information, you press pay, and then you will get an email from this platform, Podia, Podia, to make a password. Then you'll have instant access. You can go into the course. This is just my access. And on the left-hand side are all the lessons. And the ones that are crossed out just means I have done it. Like I like to personally go through the course myself. This is the welcome page that comes through. Very, very, very proud of this program and excited for all the lives it's changed and it will change. And I think that is, yeah, so on the left it's going through all the different lessons you have access to, lifetime access. Any updates I do, I like to update things regularly. This is the workbook that you have access to. You can download it on your computer and type into it. You can upload it to writing a notability app or a journaling app so that you can write on it on your iPad. You can print it. Totally up to you. I have all the options. So there is a fast acting bonus for those action takers, for the people who just know they need this and they purchase right away. If you purchase before the timer runs out, you get Calm the Chaos for $111 plus all 6 bonuses. But the first 5 enrollees will get my calming essential oil roller. This thing is amazing. I think I have one in here. Yeah. It's a blend that I created myself. That is this. I make it with a different essential oil mix, blend, I should say, and then a carrier oil. It's just, and then this roller ball. And I put it on my wrists and behind the ears, and it's just, every once in a while you get like a little whiff of it throughout the day, and it's just so calming and relaxing. So the first 5 people who buy, I'm going to send this to you, and just like a little something else from me and a card, and just to say thank you for believing in me and choosing this product and trusting in me that I can help transform your life the way you want it to look. So do you want to rid yourself of stress and anxiety? Yes, then Calm the Chaos is for you. And if no, then it's definitely not for you, right? So make sure that you purchase things that are right for you. And then, so if not now, when are you going to feel the way you want to feel? When will you finally feel the way you deserve to feel, right? You deserve to feel amazing. A lot of us think that's just not the life for me. My life is supposed to be chaotic. This is just the way things are supposed to be. No, you're wrong. That's not right. So when will you finally realize that you deserve to feel the way that you want to feel? When will you finally get over your perfectionism and be able to be your true authentic self without hiding it, without faking it, without pretending to be someone else? When will you bet on yourself? It's time to just make a decision, take a leap of faith, click the button to see on this page and so that you can get started. I just can't wait to see you in Calm to Chaos so that you can feel your best. And then I have time for a few questions. Um, so that, let's see, I think a question we have is, how much access do we get to you? So Calm to Chaos is only $111 right now because it is a self-study. No matter what, you get lifetime access. If I do a live coaching is when I do a weekly live call with everyone in Calm to Chaos, and you get like access to me via Voxer. That is a different component, and it's about $500. So on top of Calm to Chaos. So that is something that I do offer sometimes when I have the space, but when I don't have the space and time to do it, I love to offer Calm to Chaos at the price of $111. I am actually a really nice person though, so if you do reach out to me, totally feel free to reach out to me. That you can't because it's not a live coaching program. But price point of $111 with the live coaching aspect would not be quite feasible. What other investments are required to make this work? I would say I would just say your time, but not a lot of time. You can do 15 minutes a day. That's it. If you don't have 15 minutes a day, that's fine. Do 15 minutes another day. Maybe carve out an hour a week that you have time. Maybe you only have time for 10 minutes a day. Do 10 minutes a day. Like, it's totally up to you to figure out what works best for you so that you can implement it. And yeah, if there's any other questions, please comment them below and I will try to answer them before the call is over, or I'll be able to come back on and answer them if in case I miss it before I tune out. But I really, 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 really appreciate you listening to me. I hope that you implement a morning ritual and you see how effective it is. You have stayed until the end, so if you click below, it should have access for you to download my morning ritual pages. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to call my morning. Like, some people call it magic morning or miracle morning. I'm trying to figure out if I should come up with a name for me. So if you have any ideas, let me know. But you have access to that now. And just thank you so much again for taking time out of your day to be with me today. And I hope that your rest of the day feels calm, happy, and relaxed.